Well, hello again. This is Sarah Goldenthal. I am a matrimonial and family law attorney at Callagy Law. We're here with Andrew Tepper, one of Manhattan's leading therapists. Hi, Andrew. Andrew has 16 years of experience in group and individual psychotherapy. He focuses on stress management, anxiety, depression, stress reduction, anger management, and conflict resolution. He has a clinic called Revive. It's based here in New York City, where he and other practitioners specialize in providing drug-free, innovative therapy that helps patients with stress, anxiety, and depression. Welcome back, Andrew.
Thank you so much for having me.
Thanks
Good
for
to be
being
back.
here. Thank you. So we've been talking, Andrew and I, about, some ways to support, our community, but as well as our specific client base, who are people who are going through a divorce or are in conflict in some reason because of a family or matrimonial law situation. And we've talked about some general tips. We've talked about how to support children through this time in our households. We've talked about, families that are no longer intact and how to sort of work through this living arrangement where people are still quarantined and sheltering in, but they're transferring children back and forth between two households. And today, I'd like to focus with Andrew on this issue that we're seeing a lot of, or the situation, I should say, where we have, people who are in conflict that are now required to live in this household together and not be able to leave. And these are, individuals that may be going through a divorce or are in some other type of conflict. And this can be extraordinarily challenging situation. And we're hoping that you, Andrew, can provide some thought and sort of best practices moving forward.
Sure. Thank you so much. This is a really important topic, as they all are. I have a couple of pointers that I hope can be helpful. I think the first is to designate a couple rules. Rules that no one deviates from. The first one being that if anyone is upset, that they can remove themselves from the situation and they will not be followed. And designate a place where either party can go when they're upset. I always think the bathroom is a great place, because it's already a place where you're granted your privacy. And so I think setting this rule that, okay, if I get upset at you, I'm going to remove myself and I'm going to go to the bathroom and you will not follow me. Oftentimes the opposite happens, where you're in the middle of an argument and one party leaves, the other party follows, and the argument ensues and sometimes gets worse. This rule is really, I feel like, a fantastic rule because it helps to not let things escalate to a point where oftentimes when things escalate, people do and say things that they later regret. So both parties agreeing to this basic rule. If I get upset at you, I'm going to remove myself immediately and walk away, and you're fine with that and you will not follow me. And I'm going to go to the bathroom and I can calm down in there and have some time for myself and come out when I'm feeling calmer. So that's the first thing that I think is really, really important. The second pointer I want to speak about is designating a space that is your own during this difficult time. If you're sharing a physical space with someone else, maybe one of you gets the basement, maybe the other one gets the bedroom. Maybe there is an area of the house that you can claim and call your own, that if you need to go and take refuge in that space, you know that you will not be interrupted. It's maybe this is even an extension of my first suggestion, but really having the ability to claim a physical space as your own, and to know and feel confident that that space will not be inhabited by anyone else. It's a space where you can go and reflect, where you can calm down, and you know you don't have to interact with that other party. It helps to create safety. And during these difficult times, one thing that's really important is to create feelings of safety. And we can do that by designating a physical space that's our own.
I think that sounds like excellent suggestions. And we're hopeful that our clients and truly anybody who is experiencing conflict in their home situation would be able to do that. Of course, I should put out there just as a note, and hopefully things would not escalate to any point where there was any sort of domestic violence. But of course, if conflict did rise to that level, then there should be no hesitation in contacting the police and to ensure safety in that regard. And of course, to contact us if you so feel, that the conflict has risen to that point. But we are hopeful that, that we can get through this time without, conflict escalating, recognizing the challenges for everyone at this time, but particularly for people who are in that situation. This is a tough one, and we're here for you. I know certainly our firm is here for you, and I know Andrew and his staff are here for you, and we will get out of this eventually. But thank you again, Andrew, for your insight and your knowledge, and
You're welcome.
just speaking with you again soon.
Thank you.